noise for Trip Hiplet.
Oh, yes! Woo!
That was kind of a nice, quiet murmur, but let's make a little bit of noise for Trip Hiplet. I want to welcome everybody who is here on purpose and here on accident to the opening of the Flobots.org community space. We are very, very grateful for you being here today, and we want to say a few thank yous because a lot of people made this happen. Spin Creative Studio. I'll give you all the people. You can make some noise at the end. Spin Creative Studio, Sherry Kirschenbaum and City Projects, Dave Luthold and Luthold Commercial Properties, Illegal Pete's, Westward, C2 Media, MD Painting and Services. Make some noise for the people that made this happen. There's also quite a few people that spent all week, all 2 weeks, 3 weeks, have spent a lot of time making that room look the way it looks. It didn't even look like that yesterday. So raise your hand if you had any role in any aspect of what's happened here today. Raise your hand, look at these people, smile at them, give them great praises and festivities in the form of applause, if you would. I also want to recognize all of the staff and volunteers of Flobots.org. So you just saw some of the hands of some volunteers, but I want to celebrate a few very specific people. Laura Bond is our new executive director right here. Laura, could you raise your hand? We're very, very excited to have her with us. I know many of you have met her or already know her. If you have ideas about projects, she will be the person you'll eventually be talking to. Perhaps it's not a half an hour sit down tonight, but if you make sure to sign up on the sign-up sheet where you came in, we can make sure that the partnerships that we would like to see emerge really do emerge. I also want to recognize Seth. Is Seth Donovan out here right now? There's Seth, will you raise your hand? Seth, who's our street team coordinator and also spent many months as our executive director. That's 2 jobs in one person. You can imagine that can be quite an adventure, and Seth handled it and held it down. So make some noise for Seth, please. Right next to her is Michelle. Michelle, would you raise your hand? Michelle is working with us on curriculum, and she is a wonderful presence to have in the midst of this organization. And Serafin Sanchez is also here. Serafin, would you raise your hand? He's working with the program at Denver Children's Home. The program we're very happy. Dee, I see Dee right here. Dee helps out at the Denver Children's Home as well. There's many, many people here, but above all, I want to say this. You notice that this is a brand new space. It's a blank slate in many ways. The people who are here tonight, you are helping us for the very first time to fill this room and to fill this space. And if you look around and as you're talking to everyone, you'll notice that there are quite a few skills, talents, and tools and ideas that are in this room right now. This space will be what we make it. What the people right here make it, and all the connections that we have throughout the Denver community. The space is an idea. The space is hopefully a resource for many, many different people and organizations and causes. And we're very excited about that. We're very excited to have you here. I want to hand it over to Brer Rabbit, Stephen Brackett.
I am slightly overwhelmed. It is amazing what Denver can do. And that's what this is right now. This is what Denver can do. We see people who are school teachers. We see people working with newspapers. We see people who've worked with grassroots organizations for all of their lives. And right now, we have a group of people who are committed to change. For change, sorry, cut out. For change, and I'm talking real change. It's one thing to be speaking about the rhetoric and all these words being bandied about. It's another thing when you've got a group full of people from a community that cares, willing to work and get together, even during the rainy weather, for something more. So please, give yourselves a round of applause. I know that in this short amount of time I will not be able to express the gratitude that we have for all of you being here, but like, this is how movements happen. This is how change begins. And it's not just about a community space. That's just a microcosm of what we're trying to do with the world, what we're trying to do in this city, what we're trying to do for each other. So thank you all for being here. We wouldn't be here without your support, and we will need your support. There are many different ways for support to come, but we would love your time, your energy, your brilliance, to help make this work, because that's the only way anything has worked. So real quick, I just want to give another round of applause to all the people here from the street teams who have been putting in that work, who've been giving up their time, who've been volunteering, who have not been paid, but are doing it simply because it is right. Please give them a round of applause. And a shout out to DJ Russ for giving us this music. And once again, thank you everyone. Thank you very much.